in the given intervals also. Problem 11. It is given that at x equal to 1, the function x power 4 minus 62x square plus ax plus 9 attains its maximum value. Its maximum value on the interval 0, 2. Find the value of a. Find the value of a. It is given that at x equal to 1 particularly, at x equal to 1, the function attains its maximum value in the interval. Find the value of a. Actually, this is very simple question. At x equal to 1, f(x) equal to x power 4 minus 62x square plus ax plus 9 takes its maximum in the interval in the interval 0, 2. Clearly 1 lies between 0 and 2. Here 0, 2. Interval 1 is the point. At either maximum or minimum, this must be at since it is the middle point of the interval, certainly there the first derivative is 0, because at x equal to 1 in the interval it takes its maximum value. So therefore, first derivative at 1 must be equal to 0, since absolute maximum is given by f of 0, f of 1, f of 2. Here this is f of 1, the maximum. At x equal to 1, absolute maximum is f of 1, because it takes its maximum value in the interval. Out of this is the maximum value. This is the intermediate value that lies between 0 and 2. Hence, certainly there the first derivative must be 0. So therefore, 4x cube minus 124x plus a at x equal to 1 must be 0. Either absolute maximum or absolute minimum. To get absolute maximum or absolute minimum, we have to find the functional values at the ends of the intervals as well as the derivative where the first derivative is 0. So since this is the absolute maximum, certainly at this point x equal to 1, the first derivative must be 0, because here the absolute maximum does not exist at the ends. It exists at a point that lies intermediate to that of 0 and 2. Hence, the first derivative must be 0. At that point, based on that, 4 into 1 cube minus 124 into 1 plus a equal to 0. 4x cube minus 124 x plus a. Okay. Therefore, this is 1 20 with negative sign plus a equal to 0. A takes the value 120. This is the concept. Since the absolute maximum or absolute minimum is obtained by the functional values, only the functional values, either it is at the ends of the interval or at critical points, the absolute minimum and absolute maximum exists. Hence, it must be the critical point. One must be the critical point here, because one is not the ends. One does not coincides with the ends of this interval. It is certainly a critical point. There only the either maximum or minimum exists. Here, as per data, it takes its maximum at x equal to 1. Hence, the first derivative must be 0. Next problem. Find the maximum and minimum values of x plus sine 2x on 0 2 pi. 0 2 pi. Okay. This is also comes under the concept of absolute maximum, absolute minimum, given because the maximum and minimum of the function is to be discussed in an interval. So, we have to find the maximum, absolute maximum, absolute minimum of the function. So, to get absolute minimum and absolute maximum, let us consider the given function is f(x). For x belongs to the interval 0 to 2 pi, that is to be considered here, because our discussion is in that interval only. Now, f dash x. First derivative is, for x the derivative is 1. For cos function, the sine function cos, derivative is cos. For 2x the derivative is 2, hence plus 2 into cos 2x is our derivative. Now, f dash x equal to 0 implies, the first derivative is 0 implies 1 plus 2 cos 2x is 0. Therefore, cos 2x takes the value minus 1 by 2. Therefore, 2x takes the value. Cos is negative in second and third quadrants. So, the 2x lies in second and third. Corresponding to that, you have to take the values. Moreover, cos takes the value 1 by 2 whenever it is pi by 3. So, hence, in second quadrant, cos takes pi minus pi by 3. 2x takes 2 pi by 3. Once cos 2 pi by 3 is, cos 120 is minus half. Similarly, pi plus pi by 3. Pi plus pi by 3 means 4 pi by 3. 2x is 4 pi by 3. Again, because once x lies between 0 and 2 pi, x lies between 0 and 2 pi, 2x lies between 0 to 4 pi. So, you have to consider another 2. Adding 2 pi to these values. Okay. 6 pi. 2 pi by 3. This is more than pi. Okay. 2 pi plus 120. 2 pi plus 120 means 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3, 6, 8 pi by 3. This is 8 pi by 3. And adding 2 pi here, 6 plus 4, 10 pi by 3. So 2x takes all these values because the values of 2x must take in 0 to 4 pi. Once 2x values lies in this 0 to 2 pi, x lies between 0 and 2 pi only. Once 2x lies between 0 and 4 pi, x lies between 0 and 2 pi. That's why I am taking all these values. So x takes the value pi by 3, 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. So these are all 4 values where the first derivative is 0 clearly. All the values clearly lies between 0 and 2 pi only. Pi plus pi by 3, this is 2 pi plus pi by 3, 2 pi plus 2 pi minus. But once again you see this one. This is 2 pi plus 4 pi by 3, 6 to 10 pi by 3, 4, 5 pi by 3, okay. Okay. So at these 4 values, the first derivative becomes 0. Now, to get maximum and minimum in this interval, let us consider f of 0, the functional value at left hand value of the interval. F of 0 is 0 sine 0, 0. F of pi by 3 plus sine 2 pi by 3, pi by 3 plus sine 120 equal to sine 180 minus 16, sine 60 itself, sine pi by 3 itself, pi by 3 into root 3 by 2. F of 2 pi by 3 value, that is 2 pi by 3 plus sine 4 pi by 3 here. Sine 4 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3 plus sine pi plus pi by 3. Pi plus pi by 3 falls in third quadrant. So minus, we get minus sine pi by 3. That is 2 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2. F of 4 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3 plus sine of 8 pi by 3. That is 4 pi by 3 plus sine of 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3 or 3 pi minus pi by 3. That is 4 pi by 3. 3 pi minus means it gives us positive. 9 minus pi by 3. 9 minus pi falls in the second quadrant. So this is sine pi by 3 itself. 4 pi by 3, sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. Similarly, f of 5 pi by 3 value, 5 pi by 3 plus sine 10 pi by 3, which is 5 pi by 3 plus sine of 3 pi plus pi by 3, which falls in third quadrant. In third quadrant, sine is negative. Hence, 5 pi by 3 minus sine pi by 3. 5 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2. And f of 2 pi also. Right end of the interval. At right end of the interval, functional value 2 pi plus sine 4 pi. For multiple of pi, sine is 0. So that is 2 pi plus 0, 2 pi. So these are all the different functional values These are all different functional values which lies in 0 and 2 pi. These are all the points obtained where the first derivative is 0. These are all the critical points. These two are ends of the interval. At these points, the functional values are given. Out of these, maximum and minimum. The maximum of f, maximum of f x in 0 to pi is absolute maximum. Maximum of all these, f of 0, f of pi by 3, f of 2 pi by 3, f of 4 pi by 3, f of 5 pi by 3. Okay. That is maximum of f of 0, 0, f of pi by 3 value, that is pi by 3 plus root 3 by 2, f of 2 pi by 3 value, 2 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2, f of 4 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3 plus root 3 by 2. This is 5 pi by 3, oh this is 2 pi also, f of 2 pi also. 5 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2, f of 2 pi is 2 pi. Out of all these, the maximum, the maximum is to be considered. Take pi is 22 by 3, 22 by 7, 22 by 7. This is nearly 3.1, 3.1 nearer value. Root 3 is 1.7, by 2 is nearly 0.9. So adding 0.9 here. This is nearly 4. Taking this value, 2 pi means 6.2 minus 0.9, nearly less than 5, nearly 5.3, this value. This value is 4 into 3.1, 12.4 plus 0.9. This value is nearly 3 and 13.3. This value is 15.5 minus 0.9, nearly, approximately. This is 6 and 14, 14.6. This value is 244 by 7. 44 by 7 means 6 point something, 6.3 nearly, approximately. So this is 0. This is nearly 4. This is nearly 5.3. And this is nearly 13.3. This is approximately 14.6. And this is nearly 6.3. So out of these, the maximum value is obtained at this value. At this value means 5 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2. 5 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2, maximum value. Similarly, minimum of fx in this interval 0 to 2 pi is minimum, is out of all these minimum values, all the values are clearly positive, hence 0. This is 0. Out of all these, minimum is minimum. Out of all these, maximum is maximum. So this is the maximum, this is the minimum. So in the given interval, the maximum means absolute maximum and minimum is absolute minimum. So you have to consider the absolute maximum, absolute minimum of the function in the given interval. So let us find the values. Let us find the values once again. You check the values here. Once again you check the values. The minimum is okay. The minimum is clearly 0. That's okay. Let us consider these values once again. Pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 22 by, sorry, I am taking only these values. This differs. Because just I consider only pi, not pi by 3. This is 22 by 21, which is 1.0, 1.0 and nearly 5 or 4. This is the value nearly 0.9. Okay. That is 1.95. Similarly, 2 pi by 3, this one is 1.9 nearly 1.95, and 2 pi by 3 means this is 0.10 plus 0 minus 0.9, that is 0. This is 0.1, this is nearly 2, and this value is 3 into pi by 3. 3 into pi by 3 means 3.15 plus 0.9, that is 14 to 3.24 nearly. 5 into pi by 3, 2.5, 5.25 minus 0.9 here. This is only 5.18, 16, 5.16. This is 44 by 7, nearly above 6, 6.3 nearly. So out of these values, the maximum is 6.3. That means 2 pi. The minimum is clearly 0. Okay. Maximum is obtained at 0, and maximum is obtained at 2 pi, and minimum is obtained at 0. At the end values, it is taking maximum and minimum. Otherwise, once again, the one more method, easiest method is, the given function is, I thought that x plus sine 2x, x plus sine 2x, okay. F dash x, taking the derivative, 1 plus 2 cos 2x, 1 plus 2 cos 2x. Taking this one as 2 into cos 2x. Cos 2x is 1 minus, otherwise let us consider the maximum and minimum values. Cos 2x lies between minus 1 and 1. So 2 cos 2x lies between minus 2 and 2. So adding, it takes negative values and both positive values. Okay. Both negative and positive values. So you cannot conclude in such a way. Because the function is, suppose the function is completely increasing. Suppose the function is completely increasing in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Completely increasing. Suppose the function is completely increasing. It takes minimum at 0, maximum at 2x. Here the function is completely increasing because at 0 it takes minimum, and at 2 pi it takes maximum, so that the function is completely increasing. in 0 to 2 pi. That is one more way of concluding the problem. Once the function is completely increasing in the interval, at left end it takes minimum, at right end it takes maximum. Okay. Next problem. Problem number 13. Find the numbers whose sum is 24 and whose product is maximum, and whose product is as large as possible. As large as possible. Find the numbers whose sum is fixed. The sum of the numbers is constant and whose product is as large as possible. Product must be maximum. So let the numbers be x comma y. Let the numbers be x comma y. Now given sum of the numbers is 24, hence x plus y is 24. Let it be this is 1. Now the product must be maximum. So for that, let f of x is x into y, the product. The function whose maximum and minimum values to be considered is, let us consider it as fx. Now you can write y in terms of x because I am taking it as function of x only. Change y in terms of x. Just reduce that function into single variable function. X into 24 minus x, which is 24x minus x square. This is fx over fx from 1. Now you have to maximize this function, this product. To maximize this function, let us consider f dash x, 24 minus 2x, and f double dash x also, that is minus 2, clearly negative. So for any value of x, it is negative. Here f dash x is 0, implies x takes the value 12. So therefore, at x equal to 12, f dash equal to 0, f dash x is 0 and f double dash x is negative. Taking x equal to 12, this is 0 and this is negative. Hence, at x equal to 12, f is maximum because the second derivative is negative. F is maximum. Now we have to find the maximum product, maximum value of the function. So f maximum value is f of 12 itself. F of 12 means x equal to 12. That is 24 into 12 minus 12 square. This is our maximum. So 12 into 24 minus 12, 144. 12 into 12, 144. This is a maximum product. But we are in need of the numbers. We are in need of numbers. So here numbers are required numbers, such numbers, or for x equal to 12, y is also 12 from 1. For x equal to 12, y is also 12. From this we can conclude that, from this problem we can conclude that if sum of two positive numbers, particularly positive, if sum of two positive numbers is constant, then their product is maximum whenever they are equal. That is the conclusion. Whenever the sum of two positive numbers is constant, their product takes its maximum value whenever they are equal. That is our conclusion from this problem. You can take it as a note. If sum of two positive numbers particularly is constant k, then their product is maximum when they are equal, when the numbers are k by 2 comma k by 2. If the sum of two positive numbers is constant k, then their product is maximum when the numbers are k by 2 and k by 2. That means they are equal. They are equal. Once the sum of the two positive numbers is constant, their product takes its maximum whenever they are equal. That is our conclusion. That is one important point. Which is useful in dealing the objective questions. Similarly, the next one, same model. Find two positive numbers x and y. Find two positive numbers x comma y such that the sum x plus y is 60 and x y cube is maximum. The product of x and cube of the other number is maximum. Here is also given x positive, y positive, and x plus y is 60, which implies y can be expressed in terms of x. Now let fx be xy cube, which can be expressed as x into 60 minus x whole cube. This should be maximized. So therefore, f dash x is by product rule 60 minus x whole cube. For x it is 1 derivative plus x into derivative of this one is 3 into 60 minus x whole square into derivative of 60 minus x is minus 1. that is 60 minus x whole square, taking it common, we get 60 minus x here. Here is minus 3x. Hence 60 minus x whole square into 60 minus 4x. Again f double dash x, taking again the derivative of this one. For this one we get 2 into 60 minus x, and derivative of 60 minus x is minus 1. So 60 minus 4x plus 60 minus x whole square into derivative of this one is minus 4. Again I am applying the product rule. Okay. Now f dash x is 0. Either to maximize or minimize the function, make the first derivative 0. So taking f dash x equal to 0, we get x equal to either 60 or 15. From this factor we get 15. From this factor we get 60. Observe f double dash x at these values. So f double dash 60. F double dash 60 is 0. This is also 0, 0. F double dash of 15 is here. Taking it at 15, this is minus 2 into 45 into 0 plus 45 square into minus 4. Clearly this term is 0, this is negative. So minus 4 into 25, which is negative. From x equal to 60, you cannot conclude anything, because the first derivative 0 and again second derivative is 0. We cannot conclude here. But at x equal to 15, clearly the function first derivative 0 and the second derivative is negative, hence it takes its maximum at x equal to 15. Therefore, clearly at x equal to 15, f means this one, that means this one, takes its maximum value. F takes its maximum value. So the numbers are therefore y equal to from 1, y equal to 60 minus 15, that is 45. Hence the required numbers are, for otherwise you can conclude like this: for x equal to 15, y equal to 45, f x y cube is maximum. Whenever x plus y is 60, that is clearly observed here. So once this follows, the sum is 60 fixed, the product x y cube is maximum whenever x is 15 and y equal to 45. So for that, just I am taking the second derivative test. Coming to 18th problem. Exercise 6.5, 18th one. A rectangular sheet of tin 45 centimeters by 24 centimeters is to be made into a box, without top, by cutting off square from each corner and folding up the flaps. What should be the side? What should be the side of the square to be cut off so that the volume of the constructed box is maximum. So a rectangular sheet of tin, 45 centimeters and 24 centimeters is to be made into a box, topless box. Without top, a box is made with the help of a rectangular sheet of tin with these dimensions, 45 centimeters by 24 centimeters. So that by getting off squares from each corner and folding up the flaps. Now what should be the side of the square piece that was cut off from the corner so that the volume of the box is maximum? That is the problem here. Now solution. Let us consider a rectangle of sheet. I will generalize this problem. Let us consider the length is A. That is, otherwise you take it as otherwise A equal to 45 centimeters and B is 24 centimeters. This is the dimensions of the rectangular tin. Now a small square pieces are removed, equal square pieces. A small equal square pieces are removed, squares are removed from the corners. Once these pieces are removed from the tin, the shape of the tin is like this. The shape of the tin is like this. The shape of the tin is like this. Okay. Now, by folding up these flaps like this, once you folding that flaps, that means if these flaps are folded along these dotted lines, once they folded up, then a topless box, a box without top is made. So that once the volume of the box is maximum, what is the side of this square piece? This is a square piece. What is the side of this square piece cut off? That is the problem here. So let it be x here. So that this is also x, of course this is also x, this is also x. Like this, x, 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 x. Once this is x, the length is reduced by x and x. Once you cut off this piece and cut off this piece, the length is reduced by 2x. Similarly, the breadth is also reduced by 2x. So, the base of the box, once you fold up these flaps, it becomes the base of the box. So it becomes a minus 2x and it becomes b minus 2x. And the height of the box is nothing but x, because we are folding this flap like this. Because this is x, once you fold up, we get x, height of the box as x. So that if x be the side of square cut off from the corners of rectangle sheet of dimensions A equal to, of course, 45 centimeters, B equal to 24 centimeters. Then the dimensions of box without top. Or a minus 2x, b minus 2x, comma x. The length, breadth and height of the box are respectively a minus 2x, b minus 2x, x. Because from the total length we are cutting off x this side and x this side. So totally the length is reduced by 2x. Similarly, the breadth is reduced by 2x. Once you fold up this flap, the height of the box becomes x. So the dimensions of the box are given by a minus 2x, b minus 2x, x. Therefore, volume of the box thus constructed, V is given by volume of the box thus constructed, V is given by volume of the box is given by length into breadth into height. This is the volume of the box. We have to maximize this box. So you have to find x. You have to find x so that it takes maximum value. So dv by dx. Here x is variable. You can take the length of the square piece which is cut off from the corners is as a variable. You may take 2 centimeters or you may take 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters. Like that, different volumes of the boxes are obtained. Out of all these volumes, the maximum value to be considered here, correspondingly x to be measured. So dv by dx is here. This is a minus derivatives by product rule, a minus 2x into b minus 2x, and derivative of x is 1 plus. Similarly, derivative of b minus 2x is minus 2 with respect to x, minus 2x x into a minus 2x into minus 2 here. Similarly, x into b minus 2x into minus 2 here by product rule. So that is okay. On simplification, therefore, that equal to AB minus 2x into a plus b, of course, plus 4x square. Similarly, minus 2ax plus 2x into 2x, 4x square. Again, third one, minus 2bx plus 4x square. Therefore, dv by dx equal to maximize b, I am taking the derivative with respect to x. ab here, 2x taking 2x common, minus 2x common, once again we get a plus b. So, already we have the same term, hence minus 4x into a plus b, and x square terms are 12x. dv by dx equal to ab minus 4x into a plus b plus 12x square. And second derivative, d square v by dx square. d square v by dx square is derivative of ab constants 0. So, this is minus 4 into a plus b plus 24x. This is our second derivative. At V maximum value, dV by dx is 0. That is 12x square minus 4x into a plus b, otherwise 4 into a plus bx plus ab is 0, a quadratic in x. Therefore, x takes the value 4 into a plus b plus or minus square root of b square, 16 into a plus b whole square minus 4ac, 48 into ab, 4 into 12, 48 into c, that is ab, by 2a, 2a means 24. You can take 16 as common. So, 4 into a plus b plus or minus square root 4 into here a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 24. Hence, x takes the value a plus b plus or minus root over a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 24, by 6, not 24, 6. Therefore, x takes the value a plus b by 6 plus square root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6, or x takes the value a plus b by 6 minus square root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6. At these values, the first derivative is 0. Now consider the second derivative at these values. Once you consider the second derivative, taking x this value, taking x a plus b, this in this one, you get positive. Once you put x value this one, you get negative, because this term cancel and you get only that one. So that to maximize the second derivative must be less than 0, hence you have to consider this value. So, at x equal to a plus b by 6 minus the square root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6 d square by dx square is minus 4 into a plus b plus 4 into a plus b minus 4 into root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab at this value derivative. So, that is clearly negative value. So, at this value the second derivative negative, hence for x equal to a plus b minus the square root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6, the volume is maximum. Volume V is maximum. Box volume is maximum. So, this is a formula for these problems. Now, you can put A equal to 45 and B equal to 24 in this formula to get that value where the volume of the box is maximum. So that the required x, the square, therefore the side of square pi is piece cut off, so that volume is maximum. Volume of box is maximum is volume of box is maximum is obtained by a plus b minus square root of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6. This is the required x value. Now, taking a equal to 45 and b equal to 24. Now, a equal to 45 and b equal to 24 centimeters, 24 itself, okay. Then x equal to 45 plus 24 minus of 45 plus 24 whole square minus 3 into 45 into 24 by 6 itself, the required x value. So, that is 45 plus 24, 69 minus 69 square minus this is 3 into 24, 72 into 45. Now, let us simplify this one. That gives us 69 minus 69 square. Let us consider 69 square, 81. So, this is 54 plus 8, 62, and this is 54, 36 plus 5, 41, 1674, 4761 minus 72 into 45, 72 into 45, this is 10, 36, 8, 28, 0, 14, 12, 3, 3240 by 6. Hence, we get 69 minus square root of 1, 2, 5, 1 by 6. Now, under root 1521, under root 1521 means 3 3 is 9, that is 621. So 6. I thought that this is 9. 81, 54 plus 8, 62. So 39 is our root. 69 minus 39 by 6. 30 by 6 centimeters. So this is the required square piece cutout. The side of the square piece cutout from the corners of the tin, rectangular tin, so that the constructed volume of the constructed box is maximum. You can take it as a formula here. Once the dimensions of tin changes, you can get the x value here. Only the square piece cutout is, once the square piece cutout is considered from the corners of the rectangular sheet, the length of the square piece, the side length, the side of the square piece cutout from the corners may be obtained by a plus b minus of a plus b whole square minus 3ab by 6, once the volume of the box is maximum. So this is one important problem given as a SO question. For objective type, you can consider that one as a formula. In case of node point, in the above problem, if A equal to B, once A equal to B, then what happened? In case of A equal to B, the given rectangle is nothing but a square. The given tin is a square. From the square tin, small squares are removed from the corners. In such case, x value. In above problem, if A equal to B, that is a square tin is given instead of rectangle tin, a square tin is given of dimensions of side otherwise A units instead of rectangle tin, then x equal to, taking b equal to a, we get a 2a minus square root of 2a whole square minus 3a square by 6, which gives us totally a by 6. Then it becomes a by 6. So this square piece side becomes a by 6. Once you cut off a by 6 units square from the corners only, the then constructed box volume is maximum. That is the formula here. So that was given in 17th problem actually. In 17th problem, he asked a square piece of tin of side 18 centimeters. The side is given as 18 centimeters. Here the square tin is given 18 centimeters. And square pieces are removed from the corners. And a box is constructed so that the volume of the box is maximum. Once the volume of the box is maximum, what is the side of the square piece? So that is nothing but a equal to 18 here. So x equal to 3. Straight away you can say. Just the same process you can take like this, taking b as a. In such case, volume function becomes a minus 2x into again a minus 2x into x, replacing b with a. That gives us a into a minus 2x whole square. Now differentiating with respect to x and a equating to 0, you get x. At that x value, find d square y by dx square, which is less than 0. For that value, x equal to a by 6 we get. 17th problem, you try the 17th problem as if taking b equal to a, as if 18th problem by taking b equal to a. That is one important problem related to maximum and minimum. These are all essay questions. Next, this is one important problem. Problem number 19. Show that all the rectangles inscribed of all the rectangles inscribed in a given fixed circle, inscribed in a given fixed circle, the square has maximum area. The square has maximum area of all rectangles inscribed in a fixed circle. Square has maximum area. Suppose this is our fixed circle. Fixed circle means the radius is fixed. No change in the radius. Once you constructed a rectangle, rectangles or different rectangles may be constructed like this, like this, like this. Different rectangles may be constructed in this fixed circle. Out of all such rectangles inscribed in a fixed circle, the square has maximum area. That means once the area of maximum rectangle, inscribed in a fixed circle, then that must be a square. That is to be proved here. So let us consider O be the center of the circle. Once you join these points, ABCD is a rectangle. Let us suppose x and y be the dimensions of the rectangle. And here this is of 2r, where r be the radius. Let capital R be radius of fixed circle. Once it is fixed, there is no change in r. Let x comma y be dimensions of rectangle inscribed in the fixed circle of radius r. Let us suppose a rectangle of sides x and y is inscribed in the circle. Now you have to maximize the area of rectangle. Now area of rectangle is let us suppose A equal to xy, x into y. But here x square plus y square equal to 4r square from the figure. It is clear that x square plus y square equal to 4r square. Therefore, y square equal to 4r square minus x square. Hence, A may be written as x into y. Y means 4r square minus x square under root. So that is square root of 4r square x square minus x power 4. Once you take this x inside the root, it becomes x square. So the function under the root is 4r square x square minus x power 4. This should be maximized. This area to be maximized here. Once the function inside the root is maximum, then this root function is also maximum. For that, to maximize this function, let us consider this one as fx. Now maximize this function. Once f maximum, then a is also maximum. So f dash x is 8r square x minus 4x cube. F double dash x 8r square minus 12x square. F dash x equal to 0 means, now to maximize f dash x equal to 0 implies 8r square x minus 4x cube is 0, which is 4x into 2r square minus x square equal to 0. So x takes the value root 2r, root 2r, or x equal to 0, but x cannot be 0. The length of the rectangle cannot be 0. Hence, since x not equal to 0 and x not equal to negative also, hence x equal to root 2r only considered here. Once x equal to root 2r, f double dash, then f double dash of root 2r value. At this x value, second derivative, just I am observing the second derivative. That is 8r square minus 12 into x square, 2r square. 8r square minus 24r square minus 16r square, which is negative. So at x equal to root 2r, first derivative 0, second derivative is negative. Therefore, at x equal to root 2r, f is maximum, because here r is fixed. I am finding x in terms of r here. So x equal to root 2r, f is maximum. In such case, a is also maximum. Therefore, at x equal to root 2r, a is also maximum. A equal to root f is maximum. Root fx is maximum. Once fx is maximum, root fx is also maximum at that value. So x equal to root 2r. At x equal to root 2r, the area of the rectangle is maximum. In such case, y value, let it be from 1. Now from 1, y takes the value square root of 4r square minus root 2r whole square. Again, this is also root 2r. So at a maximum, both x and y is same. Both x and y is same means, once the rectangle takes its maximum value, maximum area, then x must be equal to y. In such case, the rectangle becomes a square. That is our conclusion. So therefore, if the area of rectangle A is maximum, then x equal to y equal to root 2r means the rectangle is a square, So the maximum rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle is always a square. The maximum rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle is always a square. That is our conclusion. This is also one important problem. Take a rectangle of dimensions x and y and having R be the radius of the circle. Since here is 90, here is 90, this should be the one diameter of the circle. So, because the angle in the semicircle is 90, once it is semicircle, this must be a diameter. So, hence this is 2r. Once this is x and this is y, x square plus y square must be 4r square. Y may be written in terms of x here. Based on that, you have to maximize the area of the rectangle by taking as a equal to x into y, where y is the root of 4r square minus x square. Just to maximize this, I am taking x inside the root and taking this one as fx. Once fx is maximum, a is maximum. So that I am maximizing this function for the easy derivative, for getting of easy derivative, instead of taking the derivative of the root function, just I am taking the function inside the root and finding the maximum for what values of x that function f has maximum. Once f is maximum, then a is also maximum. That is clear here. So, for x equal to root 2r and correspondingly for y equal to root 2r, a is maximum, the rectangle area is maximum. Once the rectangle area is maximum, both x and y must be equal to root 2r. So, in such case, the rectangle becomes a square. That is the problem. So, the maximum rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle is always a square. That is worth note point. Hence, you can conclude this from this formula, the maximum rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle is always a square, because maximum rectangle is always a square itself. That is to be considered as a note point. It's one important problem related to maximum inequality.